Hello and welcome. Today, we're addressing a critical challenge in banking software development that is navigating the ripple effects of regulatory changes. From updating daily transaction limits to introducing new compliance checks, these updates often seem small, but they can impact a wide network of related features and requirements. Without clear visibility, these changes can introduce risk, delays, or compliance issues. That's why it is important to perform impact assessment. Let's explore how Copilot for DevOps AI performs impact assessment on work items within Azure DevOps. We begin inside Azure DevOps with a feature work item titled Implement Daily Transaction Limit Policy Update. Let's say we're modifying this feature to include separate limit tiers for retail and corporate accounts, a typical adjustment in response to new regulatory guidelines. To understand how this change might impact the rest of our system, we launch Copilot for DevOps. Now, select the Impact Assessment tile. Here, we have two powerful methods for evaluating impact. First, let's use the Change Explanation method. On the right, we add our current work item, the transaction limit update, to the analysis list. We could add more work items manually or by using a query. On the left, we describe the proposed change. For example, update daily transaction limits to introduce distinct thresholds for retail and corporate banking segments. Once the explanation is added, we click Perform Analysis. Copilot for DevOps evaluates the change and returns a detailed report showing the impacted work item title, the impact level, an impact explanation, and suggested tasks to manage the identified risks. We can then dig deeper by selecting Analyze Next Level, which expands the view to show any linked work items that could also be affected by this change. It takes 12 to 15 seconds, as it analyzes all connected work items. Let's wait for it to complete. Furthermore, you can save this impact assessment report in Microsoft Word or PDF format. Now let's look at the second approach, using another work item as a reference. This is useful when the change source is another feature or requirement. On the left, we select a work item that represents the source of the change. On the right, we select work items. Those are associated with the work item selected on left by clicking on Auto Select Linked Work Item. Again, run the analysis. After running the analysis, we get the same rich impact summary, now from the perspective of the reference work item. We again have the option to expand and view next-level dependencies and export the results in Word or PDF for compliance documentation. With this kind of visibility, financial institutions can manage software changes with confidence, ensuring that compliance updates are implemented correctly, risks are flagged early, and no critical dependency is overlooked. If you want to see how Copilot for DevOps can streamline regulatory change management in your development process, try it inside Azure DevOps and start making smarter, safer changes.